Guys, how you doing? Good morning. I'm Ryan Mack. This is the Trading Guys Fundamental Weekly Review for the week starting the 16th of September. Today's the 15th, but it's for the week starting right the 16th. Yeah, it's been a crazy 12 days. Just got back from a most incredible trip. As you know, I also do outdoor activities. I'm a sponsored YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I had some of the world's top guys from the trading industry over. I had Raja Banks over. I had Khalid over, who owns the second largest prop firm. Turn this on. And it was just absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. I wasn't being lazy by not sending in any currency pairs. You'll see it here, there's no currency pairs that I would have taken. As you saw, I already posted in my last video. The only one that I would have taken outside of oil was silver, but I was on an island when silver kicked in. However, look, this is exactly why I gave this, so you guys can enter it. You can see again, look, guys, with my method, right? Even when you miss a trade, like, I missed this one, but look at that. It just comes back and hits these areas. Here's the first one, right? Here's just small candle. Here's your large engulfing. You mark up the small candle, drag it across. You ignore. When the market comes back to retest that area, that's your entry, right? Same again. If you missed that, you get the small here. Sorry, wait, I'll move that. You get the small blue here. You get the large engulfing, which if you mark it from here to here, this is about the 786 Fibonacci. I always like to trade from the 786, right? Takes off, comes back, retests this area, and then takes off. And you can see, look, if you watch last week's review, right, the video before this in the trade review section, you will see that I literally drew this up before it even came back, right? I don't have a golden ball, guys. A magic ball. It's just that it's just the way that this system works out. It's fantastic. It's based on areas of value, right? And value is so important. So I missed silver, but I hope, because I already gave this markup, I hope you guys caught it, because I literally said last week silver was probably the only one that I would have taken outside of oil, and then there was one other one. Let me just have a look here in my book. Where are we? I'll find it later. Yeah, silver was probably one of the only ones that I had in my book for buys, so there it is there. Buys, silver. Let's have a look at oil. I am going to cover oil because we are in it. Where are we? So as you've seen, there's some good articles out, right? So we've entered one here. We have taken... I entered another one down here and entered a third position down here, right? So I'm in 3 positions right now for oil. Now, we've essentially got this for the take profit, this area up here, right? However, that may change now with some kind of economics, right? Fundamental type stuff. Now, if the Kexin, the Chinese manufacturing, does pick up, then there's going to be more demand for oil, right? Because you need it to power a lot of machinery, right? It's going to be a lot more demand. However, there's a lot of news cutting around right now. You see a couple of guys, John shared an article and Carl shared an article in there about oil may have more downside. Now, actually, that could happen. That could happen, right? So what we're looking for, what is it we always say? When you have a previous support, right? Support. That support gets broken, it then becomes the new resistance, right? So let me just show you how that would look on here. It means that it won't come up to here. It means that, I'll just show you. So here you've got the support, right? Let's just do that. Round it off. Previous support gets broken. That support then becomes the new resistance, comes up, retests here, and melts, right? So we could be looking at that. What we may find is the trade that we've entered around here, when it came to here for this area, we may close that at either a small loss or break even, right? We may get lucky. If it pulls back for a deeper retest, we may get lucky at a small profit and so on, okay? But we're potentially looking at the one that we entered here at a small loss or a break-even trade, right? But the ones that we entered here and here are going to bring us in profit, by a good bit. We're going to be looking to close that out instead of riding them up to here, potentially looking to close them out here in profit and then enter a sell and ride it down here, right? That may happen. Obviously, it may also just go like that and it may continue to fly. Okay, so we're going to have to monitor it. But now that this has played out, we need to take that into consideration, because that is a very powerful strategy as well. As we've seen multiple times, when the previous support is broken, it becomes the new resistance, right? And that may happen. So we have to keep one finger on the pulse with that, right? If we look at prime market terminal, look, it even tells us here, look, this is where oil is right now, right? Where are we? 16th. So look, we've got the 16th of September. It's going to be rising up. So it will be up round about the, what's that, 10th, building its way up until around the 17th of October. So we can hold that and then ride it back down. So let's have a look. Duration again. It may pull up to here, guys. It may pull up and test this 200. So, wait, I'll just draw it in. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's say you've got the 200 EMA like this, right? You know, what may happen is the market may pull up. Shit, sorry. Didn't mean that. May get rid of that bloody thing. What may happen, guys, is the market may very well pull back up, go like this, bang, bang, retest the 200 EMA, and then go for the melt, right? Then go for the melt. That can also happen, okay? So we need to keep our eyes on that. It's way overextended from the 200 EMA right now, right? Which shows that we are still in a very good trade, guys. There's nothing wrong with us being in buys right now, okay? We just have to be very conscious of this area here and potentially rising up to this area here, and then it melts, okay? We have to be conscious of that. But there's nothing wrong with it, okay? What else? And yes, if we look at seasonality, September is, over the last 15 years, September is a massive buy for oil. We just have to be conscious that October and November are sells, which again, if you paint that out here, what does it show us? Could rise up to here, catch, melt, and go. It may even, look, here we've got the imbalance area here. What you may find is that it just comes up, bish, bash, bosh, right? You may find that we get that as well, but we have to be very wary of this area and this area, all right? And if it does come to here, what else does that tie into? It ties into rejecting off the 200 DMA as well. So that's a quite a high probability, guys, okay? So that's it. Let's now crack on with fundamentals for the week and last week, all right? So as you know, I'll start off with AUD, China, and New Zealand because they're all closely correlated. Yeah, last week, that's what we want to see. So let's see, hold on. Manufacturing sales quarter on quarter is down. Westpac consumer sentiment down. Visitor arrivals, New Zealand is up. That's quite good because it is a tourist destination. FPI month on month is down. Inflation expectations drop slightly. Business into manufacturing. Manufacturing is shit. So for me, what was the week before? Let me just see the week before on AUD. When I have a look at some year on years. Why is CHF on there? Oh, bloody hell, it should be China, sorry. Thank God I noticed that. It should not be CHF. Apply filter. There we go. I'll go back and do the next one. Building approvals month on month is up. Cakes and manufacturing is up, so that's bullish. I mean, that's great. The cakes and manufacturing PMI is great. Look, if you're ever confused, just click on here. Where are we? Greater than forecast is good for the currency. Above 50 indicates industry expansion. Yet, like I always say, above 50 is bullish, right? Below 50 is bearish, all right? Why traders care. It's a leading indicator of economic health. Businesses react quickly to market conditions, and their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economy. Good. So you can see it's grown, right? August the 1st was 49, and it's back up again. We're back up at 50.4, which is great, all right? It shows a rebound in a positive manner, positive direction. EUD 0.2, cakes and services PMI, it's up. It's less than expected than previous, but it's still up. That's good. It's still positive. I mean, it's still above 50 is what I mean, sorry. Let's come back. See, that's different now because I had it on bloody CHF before. My apologies. CPI year on year 9.6. So it's up. Don't be fooled because it's red. They thought it would be higher at 0.7, but it has grown, right? So that's a positive. It's not a negative, right? Don't think because that's red, it means it's down. No. Previously it was 0.5. So we actually have had growth, just not as much growth as what was expected. PPI year on year is a massive jump down. Manufacturing sales. USD denominated trade balance is up. So everyone's flapping about this BRICS. Oh, China and Russia are going to bin trading on the USD and the whole world's going to collapse. Well, there you go. I smell shite. USD denominated trade balance, it's fucking up. They're trading more in USD. Trade balance, okay, that's up as well. Visitor arrivals, done that. And then inflation expectations dropped. Money supply year on year for China is up. Oh, it's the same. Sorry, it's sticky. It's not up. It's sticky. New loans is up. That's fantastic for the Chinese economy. It means the banks are giving out more money. People are spending more money. New home prices month on month is down. Industrial production year on year is down. Retail sales year on year is down. Fixed asset investment year to date is down. Unemployment rate has increased. So yeah, it's not that good for China. Let's see what we've got for next week. Any good news? Bank holiday Monday and Tuesday for China. Foreign direct investment year to date. Okay, we want to see that. Leading index. GDP quarter on quarter. Employment change, we want to see that. Unemployment rate. Yeah, so we want to see those. Not a massive amount of news, but we do want to see them. Okay, guys. Same as ever. You're going to take your book, your notepad. You're going to write strong, weak, and neutral in that order. Okay, not strong, neutral, and weak. Strong, weak, and then neutral. Okay. For me, what have we got last? I'm gonna say, well, NZD is weak right away. AUD, what we got? Not a huge amount of news to go off, but I'm actually gonna put AUD in neutral. AUD has now moved from strong to neutral for me for now. NZD is still weak. For this week, we want to see the employment change and unemployment rate, right? We want to see the changes in those, because that's going to determine if it remains neutral or if it's going to be, keep itself in that kind of strong position. All right, and obviously China, we don't mark down. Okay. Now we move on. Let's go to last week. Canadian dollar. Governor speaks building permits is up. That's good. Capacity utilization rate is up. Wholesale sales month on month is up. So that's quite positive for the Canadian dollar. Doesn't quite mean that it's strong yet, but it's positive. So this week we've got a lot of news that we need to see for Canadian dollar. We've got the CPIs, okay, all the ones, core, median, trimmed, common, blah, blah, blah. And we've got Macklem speaks, core retail sales month on month, retail sales, IPPI. Okay, so we've got a lot of news for Canadian dollar this week we want to see. I'm going to keep the Canadian dollar in week, but it does have potential to see what it's going to do this week, all right, because we had some good numbers last week. So Canada I've got down as still weak for now. CHF, let's have a look. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh no, I've done that, haven't I? Let me just double check. If in doubt, check. Yeah, this week, okay, we've done that, that's fine. CHF, let's have a look at last week. Okay, nothing. You never really have much for CHF, but you always have to check it, right, because you just never know. Yeah, PPI. For me, CHF is still kind of neutral. It's always a kind of strong currency against, much weaker economies, but I just haven't seen anything great. Remember, this is just my opinion. I haven't seen anything great from it for me to be like, oh, that's strong, In general, it's never really a weak currency. It's always kind of, strong to neutral for me. But I just haven't really seen anything for me to say, oh, that's strong. There's no reason for it. Let's have a look at Euro last week. Syntax investor confidence down. German final CPI down. Italian industrial production month down. German 10-year bond down. WPI, Italian quarterly unemployment rate. That's better. Main refinancing rate 3.6. Oh, that's good. Let me have a look. Wow, so they've cut rates. Euro's massively cut rates there. That's a massive jump. So, yeah, you can see things starting to come down for that. French final CPI month on month down. Industrial production down. So, see when things keep coming down like this, right? That's when they'll start to cut rates because things need to be coming down before they cut rates. They won't, if everything's still going up and going well, they won't cut rates because it'll make inflation absolutely insane later and very hard to come back from. So when you see numbers coming down naturally, then they'll use that to cut rates. The numbers have to come down first before they will cut rates, right? So that's quite a good kind of leading indicator that you're on the right track. What we've got coming up for this week, we've got core CPI year on year. Okay, so we want to see those. Excuse me. We want to see those. It's a couple of things here. Trade balance, final core CPI year on year, final CPI year on year, current account. That's quite good to have a look at. German PPI. Okay. So for me, it's a tricky one. Euro has been strong for the rate cut. That is a tricky one. Let's have a look over here. And let's see what Euro has been doing. Where am I? So we're at a real sticky point right here, right? This isn't a currency pair. It's just the euro. So it's either you know what it's like. It's either going to come here, reject and go, or if it remains strong, it'll break above, retest and fly, right? But it's a very strong area, so we need to be aware of that, right? And look, if we drag this across, it's like the explanation I was showing you on oil when you have the previous support. When that support is broken, it becomes the new resistance, right? Bang, broken, becomes the new resistance, right? So if this gets broken, it becomes a new support, and away we go. So it is something we definitely have to take into account. But yeah, it's a bit wishy-washy right now. I don't really know, in all honesty, where I'm going to categorize euro. It has been strong for such a long time, but numbers are coming down now. So we are definitely starting to see some weakness on the euro side, guys. I'm going to put it in neutral because we are seeing a lot of weakness and they've cut rates, massively cut rates, So, yeah, I'm going to put that in neutral. Let's see what else we've got. In some, like this time of year, there hasn't been many, currencies that I've traded just now, right? That happens, by the way. That does happen. That's a good thing about having Leon, with leading the scalps and it's all price action. You guys can catch trades here and everywhere, but for my method, I just don't do that. I would much rather sit in my hands for 4 weeks if there's nothing that meets my requirements, right? And just be like, yeah, tough shit. That's what happens. There's a million ways to trade, guys. I'm not saying my way is right. I'm just saying that my way works, for what I want to get from the markets. That's all. And you will all find your own little niche. Some of you will love scalping. Some of you will prefer my method. If you get a very busy life and you're like, I can't scalp. I can't be bothered to sit in front of my computer every 2 seconds, in and out, blah, blah, blah. I just want to set it, go away and work and come back and check it next week. Then, of course, my method would work for you, right? Let's see what we've got here for pound, guys. Pound is just a fucking powerhouse. Claimant count change. That's the amount of people that are claiming benefits. It's massively dropped, which is phenomenal. That's phenomenal news. Look at the jump from 102k. They were expecting it to go to 95k, and it's dropped to 23k. That is outstanding. Average earnings has dropped because more people are in employment, right? Unemployment rate has dropped. That's great. GDP month on month, it's sticky, so that's okay. Expect it to grow, but it's not growing. It's just sticky, so that's okay. Sticky is not weakness. Sticky is just sticky. It doesn't mean that it's weak because it hasn't grown. Construction output has dropped. Good trades balance dropped. Index of services dropped. But it met expectations, right? So it's dropped, but it was as expected, okay? So it's not really going to have an impact on the market because they already expected that to happen, okay? Industrial production, we don't really care much about that. It's good to know that it went down, but we're not an industrial, we're not a manufacturing country, right? We're a services country, so it doesn't really impact us that much as an economy, okay? Manufacturing production, again, we don't really care. See, leading index month for month. Consumer inflation expectations drop slightly. Pound is still strong for me, guys. It's a real fucking powerhouse. What we got next week? So, a lot of big news next week. We've got CPI, PPI, RPI, monetary policy summary, official bank rate votes. We're going to see if we get a rate cut, an official bank rate. Yeah, we're going to see if this cuts again. Okay, so let's see how that goes. If all these numbers come in lower, they're dropping, then we could see a rate cut this week. Okay, so it's a good indication. For me, pound is still strong, right? It's always strong until it gives you the data to show otherwise, okay? And it hasn't done that yet. Pound is a real bloody powerhouse. I'm loving it. Japanese yen. Let's go to last week, guys. Bank lending year on year is down. Current account is up. Final GDP index year on year is up. Final GDP quarter on quarter is down. Economy Watcher sentiment negative. Bearish, sorry. M2 money stock year on year is down. Prelim tool orders down. BSM manufacturing index is up. PPI year on year is down. Revised industrial production is up. So very mixed data. But you can see now with the Japanese yen, it's not all negative like it was before. It was just negative, week after week after week. Now you can see we're getting a bit of mixed data, so it's not strong yet. But it's basically saying things are starting to pick up a little bit in Japan, right? So it's like, okay, let's see what it does. In my personal opinion, it's still kind of overall weak, right? Some of you might categorize it as neutral because it's kind of pulling out slightly, but I'm still keeping it at weak personally because it hasn't really pushed. It hasn't really given us the data to say, that this is going to fly. Okay, it's just not there yet. So it's still weak for me. Next week or this week, sorry, we don't really have much data that we care about. We'll have a look at these things, but there's nothing much that we're going to really care about. Okay, NZD, sorry, we've done that. USD. Final wholesale inventories month on month is good. Consumer credit is up. Oh god, that means they're giving out a ton of credit, so that's good for the economy. Small business index down. Core CPI month on month is up. CPI month on month is sticky. CPI year on year is down slightly. Crude oil inventories has increased, from minus 6.9 million to 0.8. That's where you got that extra drop. That's fine. 10-year bond auction, federal budget balance, core CPI month on month, 0.3. That's great. That's up. PPI month on month is up. Unemployment claims have increased, so that's not good. Natural gas storage, import prices, 0.3 have dropped. Consumer sentiment is up. Inflation expectations down. So it's very mixed data. Still pretty strong, the USD. We're looking to potentially see rate cuts again, but I think we had one, right? Did we not have a rate cut last week or 2 weeks ago? Let's have a look here. What we've got next week: core retail sales, then month on months, crude oil inventory. So we want to see this. Yeah. So federal. Yeah. So they did have a rate cut. See, by 25 base points. Yeah, that was right. So federal funds rate. Let's see if that cuts again. FOMC statement. Unemployment claims, we want to see that. Philly Fed manufacturing, we want to see that. Existing home sales, yeah. So we've got some good news next week. Well, potentially news that we want to see that can change the market next week. So again, for me, actually, USD is still strong, right? It still isn't showing that it's weakening yet, to be honest. Things maybe, it's a bit of mixed data, but it's still a powerhouse, guys, all right? So that being said, let's have a look here, just quickly. Dollar. Yeah, look, we're in this area here, right? See it just always comes to these areas now. It may break down below, come and drop, or it may just reject and start flying up to here, you know. But I said this weeks ago when the market was here, I said we're just going to range in between these yellow lines. Do you remember that? If you can go back and watch the video, like literally a month ago, you know, and you'll see I said, look, guys, it's just going to range in between these lines. And it's exactly what it's doing, you know, because we're getting mixed data, and mixed data does that. Let's now go through and have a look at all pairs this week. If there's any that are just crap, I'm not even going to bother. I mean, look, you could have traded that as I've marked up, but I already said I'm not trading it, right? Because it was week against week, and I just don't trade that. AUD CHF, nope, nothing there. AUD Japanese yen, it is potentially a buy. It's just, it's not in an area that I want to buy from just now, okay? AUD USD, nah, there's nothing there. So I'm going to take that off. Euro AUD, don't like it. Euro CAD, nah. I mean, look, it's exactly what's happened, right? Broke above, boom, boom, away it goes. There's just nothing I would take there, guys. You know, what's this? Euro CHF. I marked this up. I don't know if you took it or not, but like I said, you could take that. For me, really, I'm just waiting for sell opportunities on this pair because CHF is always, smashing the euro. It's just that this here is what you call a hedge. Like I said, areas of value are very important, right? So would you sell it from here? No, because there's absolutely no value to sell it from here. Could you buy it from here? Yes, you absolutely could, because it's an area of value to buy from. It's a very good value to buy from. However, I already said I wouldn't take it because it's not in line with the trend, right? And I always trade in line with the trend. I would rather wait for a month until it comes up here, enter a sell and take it down. Some people will be like, well, if it's going to go up here, if you're anticipating to come up here, why wouldn't you just buy and take it up? You can do that, but I just don't want to do it, right? Because it's totally different, guys. When you're trading your own personal account, you're like, yeah, I'll take a punt on that. But I'm trading so many other people's money, right? So I have to have that. I have to be responsible when you're handling other people's money. It's not just about me, right? And you'll see that I also have, my other large account on my phone. That's the one that I can just smash because it's only my money that's in there. So I don't care about that, the way that I need to care about other people's funds, right? It's good that I have, quite a few accounts. There's one that I can just smash. There's one that I build up slowly, and then I have the clients' accounts as well. Because if there's ever a trade I think, oh, that could be good, but it's a bit risky, I won't take it on the client's account. I'll take it on my account. Do you know what I mean? So that then I've been able to take that risk on my own without risking clients' money, which is very important. When it comes to the client account, it's very important that, you don't trade from greed. That's ridiculous, trading from greed. This will probably come back to a retest here and go. Again, I just don't want to take it, guys. It's shit. It's not just because there is a trade there doesn't mean that you have to take it, right? Again, that's rubbish. Excuse me. Look at this. Look, exactly as we painted. Bang, bang, bang. Right. It's probably going to come up to here. Then you could look to sell it from here. Okay. So I'm just waiting for that. This is the area to sell from. GJ, in my opinion, is still definitely a buy. It's just not the time to get in, right? I'd really like to see it retest here, to be honest. I mean, it could reject and retest here and go. That's fine. But I'd really like to see it retest down in this area, to be honest with you. Nothing there as yet, but look, you can see it did come down to these areas and go. I suspect it's going to, come around here, retest, reject again, reject here, and then go, right? So I still think it could pull down deeper. But look, see how it's came down to this kind of 200 EMA area. Same as what I think oil can do. What's this? GBP USD. I think I've binned these off because, they're just... This is really only on here for education. I'm probably never going to trade this pair, guys, because it's like watching paint dry. The two of them are just so strong all the time and correlated. It's just shit. Even when you enter a trade here, right, you can go from here to here and you've made like 20 quid and you've waited 4 weeks. You're just like, what's the point? What is the point in that? NZD-USD, there's nothing there. NZD-CAD, there's nothing there, guys, So I'm not being lazy, even though I've just had that 12 days where I was organising that event and running that event. I wasn't not sending anything in because of that event. Lee will tell you, we were on our computers and stuff, on our phones and all that each day, like, right, what can we send the lads? There's just fuck all to send you. Like, I really need the market to hit my areas like this. Look at that, bang, breaks away, retest, in you go, melt. That's what I need to see to be able to enter. And look, that's just a mess. USD CAD, I wouldn't trade it. I'm just drawing this up here so that if you guys want to trade it, you can. If this then starts to reject, you could enter a sell here, and away you go. Am I going to take this trade? No, because it's a dog shit pair, right? Could you take it? Yes, you absolutely could. You could take that from here down, right? USD Japanese yen, again, this is buys for me, lads. We just really need to wait and see what it does here. It could come down and retest here as well, absolutely. It may come down and retest here. We just need to wait and see. USD CHF, that would be a hedge. Again, for me, on this particular pair, yes, you could take that up as a hedge. For me, I'm really waiting to see it, hit this area. And I would be looking for it to hit here and take it for the sell. That's the real trade that I would be taking. I've only marked this up because it's in a fantastic area of value to buy it from, right? It's not a trade that I would take, guys. However, I always like to mark it up. If you guys want to take the risk on that and take the trade, there's nothing wrong with that, because you need skin in the game, right? You need a bit of skin in the game. As long as your risk is okay, you're not over risking saying, fuck it, I'll buy in, 1%, 2%, whatever. Just keep it small. 0.25%, 0.5% is absolutely fine, all right? And that's it, guys. There's nothing else here. So I'm just going to leave you with oil, right? Oil is a tricky one right now. So we're in buys. I'm not closing any of the buys. I will be monitoring when it gets to here. What I'll be doing is, I've got 3 entries, right? One of my entries was here. I'm either going to close that at break even, or I'm going to close that one at a small loss when it pulls back up. That's absolutely fine. And then looking to close out the other 2 in profit. I think it's probably going to come either to here. The 2 things that can happen, right? I'll show you right now. It's either going to go like this, bang, bang, melt, right? Which, even if it does that, even if it only comes to here, I'm going to have two positions which are in profit, and 1 position which is either break even or at a very, very small loss, right? So I'm going to take it at that, and away you go. Fucking fantastic. If it pulls up and retests here, even better. That is bloody fantastic. Even if it pulls up to retest this area here and goes, that can also happen. That's fantastic, right? And then we will monitor it as it comes. If it comes up and retests this 200 EMA, rejects around here and goes shit hot, lads, we will potentially look to enter sales, right, and not hold it to the initial take profits of up in this region. We need to wait and see how it plays out, but these are the scenarios that are in play, right? Here, close, melt. Here, close, melt. Okay, so we're going to have to be in the ball this week. Thankfully, I am now here this week, guys. Today, the last 3 guys are flying home in 2 hours from now. They're just in their hotel just now. I've jumped on to do this live for you guys. Then I'm going to take them to the airport, and I'm going to come back. All right. British oil is the same. What's this? Gold. I mean, guys, this is just phenomenal. Like, you just don't understand. Like, you are experiencing history right now. Gold has never, ever been this price in its life. It's one of those scenarios where it's in an incredible area of value to sell from, but you just can't fucking sell it because it just keeps going up and up. You'd have to wait for it to come back down here to sell it. You know what I mean? It's wild right now. And I personally wouldn't be buying it for my method, not for scalps. You can clearly scalp this. But I wouldn't be buying it because it's just way overvalued. Excuse me. It's not in an area of value for me to buy from. It would have to come down here, retest, reject, and then go. Okay, so I'm not touching it. And I wouldn't sell it from here. It's in a good area of value to sell from, yes, but I just wouldn't sell it because it's just so unpredictable, right? It's flying. Silver, that's fucking 2 I've missed. I drew this up. I missed that freaking buy. And I missed this second entry. It's only because I had such a busy week with all these guys, okay? Now, look, I love the fact that this has happened to you. You see this when it's came up, right? Melted and then went again. That's the reason why we would put our stop losses down here, right? It's way out of area of value. What happens is, see when this candle closes, there's nothing wrong with entering that because you've got good confirmation. Yes, you're going to be uncomfortable when you see this melt and you think, oh God, it's melted down again. It's just, you get able, when people think, shit, that's melting, I better get out. I'm looking at that and thinking, shit, it's came back to the original price. I can add more positions because it's came back down to allow me to get into an even better price. And I would add positions right down to this, 200 EMA, even down to here. I would add positions again. My stop, the only time I'd be looking to close it is if it breaks this level down here. That's it. Whatever it does above here, I would be looking to add positions, not close positions, okay? And it's that switch, that reversal in mindset, using logic to open and close positions and not using emotions of, oh my God, I'm losing money. Oh my God, I'm making money. That's emotional. You have to cut the emotions out of it, okay? It's a very hard thing to do, guys, and it does take time and practice, all right? You can see, look, we are in an area here. Look, boom, where it may retest, reject, and melt again. It may do that. But if you watched my last week review and you bought silver, fantastic, good on you. This is exactly why I do this every week, and I give the markups and the areas. It's in case, like last week, I'm not in a position to be able to be on the ball and send it to you. Then it means that you don't have to miss it. You can take it by yourself, all right? And like, it's not often I do these things, guys. This trip is like once a year type shit, okay? You know yourselves. I'm pretty much here all the time. It's just unfortunate that week there I had to be away. But I know you guys caught shit tons of trades with Lee. Okay, so well in. Indices, there's nothing. It hasn't came back to hit any of my areas, guys. So I will be staying clear. I mean, look, this came back. If you extend it out, this came back and hit. Yeah, nothing else. I'd be waiting for it to come back down, retest this, and then go. All right. Let's have a look at Bitcoin for any of you crypto enthusiasts. Look at that. Look, here's your order block. Comes down, retests order block, retests again, and goes. Right. It's fucking phenomenal. And look at this as well. Look. This one here, you've got the engulfing, it comes back and retests that. Now, if we move this across to the new area, with that small white candle and the large engulfing, look at what happens. It comes back, retests that area, and melts. Comes back, retests this area, and flies. It's fucking phenomenal, guys. But you can see yourself. Look at that, look. How many times it's come back to this zone? Look. It's phenomenal. Right, so the system does work 100%. The strategy in the system works 100%. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. There's literally not a single currency that I'm looking at right now that I would take to trade. There's just fucking nothing there. I will be here all week. I will be monitoring it, but there's nothing. Is there any gold or silver? There's nothing in gold. Silver, we could potentially see what it does here. It's either going to hit here and melt again down to here and then go, right? Or, you know what it's like, it's going to break through, boom, bang, bosh, right? And my entry would be here. When it breaks away, I'm ignoring it, I'm not entering the trade, comes back for the retest, reject, and enters. This is your entry, or this is your entry for a sell, if you want to take it that way, okay? Personally, I'm only really looking to buy silver, right? I'm not looking to make money from the sales. So I'm either going to be entering here or I'm going to be entering, here. That's it, guys. That's the only kind of two entry positions that I'll be looking for. All right. I'm Ryan Mac. Thanks for watching. At the trading, guys, look, we have this full trading, guys, here. We have everything. We give signals. We have PAM managed accounts. We've got full trading videos. We've got trading chat. We give all the signals and setups in here. I do live videos like this all during the week where you can watch me trade my account totally live in front of you, my 3 live accounts. We have swing trades, which is me. We have scalp trades, which is Lee. We have it all, guys. We've got tons of videos here for you to learn from and full mentorship. It's not just about the videos, right, for you to learn. We actually give the full mentorship. So even a week like this where I'm like, guys, there's nothing I'm going to trade here. There's absolutely nothing I'm looking to take this week apart from, oil. That's really it. What I'll always do is I'll say, guys, I'm sitting here all week. If any of you would like to jump on and do one-to-one mentorship, we can jump on where you can watch my screen and I'll say to you, right, let's say in this example, we're looking to sell USD Japanese yen. Tell me now where you would look to enter the market and why. Tell me where you would look to set your take profit and why, and we can run through those scenarios. Okay, so we'll guide you and give you the mentorship. You can watch 100,000 trading videos, right? But you need the mentorship to be able to ask questions. Oh, this looks like a good sell. Well, no, it's not. Oh, why is it not? Because look, fundamentally, that's strong and that's weak. So you'd be buying that. You wouldn't be selling it, and you'd be like, oh, I never thought about that. There's all these things. That mentorship is very, very important, guys. Okay, so we to put our money where our mouth is, we always offer 1 month completely free. Okay, now it's very important. If you go through that month and you think, I do not want to continue, you need to go on and cancel the subscription, right? We don't cancel it. You need to, it's on you. It's your responsibility to cancel your membership. If I go on to audiobooks and I have a monthly subscription with audiobooks and I just wake up one morning and I decide I don't want to subscribe to audiobooks again, I don't just lie in my bed and think that audiobooks is going to cancel my subscription, right? I need to go into the App Store and physically cancel the subscription. It's exactly the same with us. If you don't cancel it, we can't cancel it because you're not actually subscribing to us when you do the payment. You're subscribing to Stripe, which is a third party. It's like PayPal, right? So we can't cancel it because Stripe will say, well, this isn't you. You're not this person. So therefore, I cannot cancel your Stripe account. You need to go and cancel it yourself, guys. Okay? And that's pretty much it. But like I said, look, we put our money where our mouth is. We give you a full month completely free so you can see if we're bullshitters or if we actually know what we're talking about. And if you want to stay, after that, it's only £97 a month, guys. And if you have a look here, look, we've got trade results. These are guys copying their trades right here. Ryback is up £642 in one trade. We charge £97 a month. He's up 642 quid in one trade, copying our trades. Here's Big Brian, $108 in one trade. There's Chris. Look, he's just passed his funded challenge, copying our trades, copying our strategies. There's Alex Ross. He's up 257 quid in one trade, And you can scroll through here and see all the trade results from the guys that copy our strategy. Okay, lads. So if you are watching this from YouTube, you will get the link to join our Discord free below in the description. Okay. If you're watching it from Facebook, it's probably going to be above here. Okay. And you can come and join us for free. I'm Ryan Mac. This is the trading guys. Thank you for watching. Let's have a great week trading.